didn't think I'd be able to find 2024 singles case K, guys. But luckily, Canadian Tire of all places here in Canada came through. And luckily, I found every single car that I wanted from the case. All the good stuff. I started out by finding GRC Raoul. Then I went to a couple more, like, into the city. I just kept finding more and more and more. I found Yokoza, his new Thailand variant. And then, I was getting a little taste for the case, but I wasn't really finding what I really, really wanted. And that was, of course, Barney Cones. But luckily, I went to London and I found him there. 2-hour drive, but luckily I found him and it was very worth it. Even though I didn't find two, I still found the highlight of the case. And not only did I find Barney Cones there, I also found GRC Jackson Storm, who's also pretty nice, just to get his single, because who knows if he'll ever get released again as a single. Probably he will, though, in 2025. But either way, welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. I know I just said all the names of, everyone good from the case. So if you want to click out the video now because you already know everything good from it, I totally understand. But if you would like to stick around, then I would appreciate it because I searched long and hard to find this case. And I'm just really, really excited to share the contents of it with you guys. But I'm a little bit confused about one car in the case. I don't really know 100% if he is even supposed to be in this case. I think he was. Maybe he never ended up being in the case. I never found him, but apparently after looking online, he is indeed in this case. So I don't know. Sometimes cars just kind of were supposed to be in the case and then they're not. It happened with case L, where, Logan Gearsall was supposed to be in the case and then got replaced by Wingo with Flames, the half-count version of the case anyways. So, it happens, but I'm not really sure with this one because, these cars have only really been found at Canadian Tire stores in Canada, apparently Shopper Drug Mart stores too, but I never found them there myself. I checked a few times. So, yeah, there's not really as much, I guess, publicity about the case just because, they've only really been found here in Canada at some more regional stores, not really the big box stores, although Canadian Tires and Shopper are both pretty big box stores. But either way, let's get into this now, guys. We will take these guys away just because they're not, I don't know, I was going to say they're not worthy of starting with, but they are. They're the best cars from the case. But you know how we do things, guys. We always start with the more less exciting cars from the case. I'm actually going to do things a little bit differently though today. I'm going to start with the car that actually is exciting. This is the one that I was talking about. I'm not really sure if he's in the case or not. It's GRC Franchesco Bernoulli. After looking on Instagram, at Cars Diecast Reveals Instagram page, it shows that GRC Franchesco is indeed in the half-count version of this case K. But, I don't know, I never found him at Canadian Tire, so I find that highly suspicious. Then again, GRC Jackson and Raoul are in the case, so maybe they put him in here because, might as well put him back in the case and doing some other GRCs. I just find it hard to believe because I feel like I would have found him. I'm trying to think in my memory banks of other cars that I found at Canadian Tire, but there was none. I found the Speed Demon and Suki, but those don't count. They're not from this case, obviously. They're from last year, the year before. So I don't really know what's going on with this. Maybe nothing. Maybe just in the case and I didn't find him. But I don't know. I maybe just, I don't know. Maybe that did happen. I don't know. I find it hard to believe, though. I find it hard to believe I didn't find GRC Franchesco, but yet I found all the new cars from the case and the new variant. Very hard to believe. I know he's new to the year, but, he's not new to the case. He's been in a few cases now. This is his third one, I believe. He was first in, Case H, I believe? Yeah, with Jessica Carville and all those guys. Komodo, his variant. But anyways, yeah, on the back, McQueen and Franchesco are shown. There's not much else to talk about. He's not one of the best GRCs, but he's okay. Next up, let's, I don't know. I guess we'll go with Rusty's Cruz Ramirez. This one I didn't even want to pick up, but I did. And it looks like I pulled out the Shoppers Drug Mart version. It's the exact same thing. I found this one at Shoppers a few months ago, if that, I don't know. Maybe I think about 2 months ago now. This is from case F, but I did pick one up from case whatever it was. You know what? Let me go get it. Even though it's the exact same thing, I'll go get it. It was right there. Yeah, here it is. I picked up the wrong one, unfortunately. That one's damaged, so it's better I show you this one that's on better card. That's why I picked it up, because it is on pretty much perfect card, although it's kind of damaged there. So I don't know. I just don't have luck with finding Rusty's Cruz on good card. I think I found one first off when I found the Case F cards at Shoppers, and then some guy beat me to it. He grabbed it. But in the moment, I was happy because it's like I didn't really care. I thought she'd be she is a bag warmer, but I don't know. I wanted Holly instead of her, if anything, because he was like deciding between Holly and Cruz, and he picked Cruz, and I'm like, thank goodness, because I really wanted Holly on the new packaging instead of Cruz. Like I didn't really care about her. But either way, we got Road Trip Lightning McQueen next up. This is his, more like scaredy cat kind of face variant from 2023 they first did him in. But yeah, they didn't do him in 2020. Wait, this is 2024. I'm already starting to think it's 2025 just because it's late in the year. Sorry about that, guys. But he is back for 2025, by the way, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, I don't know. Another one. Not really a good one. This is the 2025 version. Yeah, I already found case M or N of 2025 singles. So this is the wrong one. I don't actually have a 2024 carded Road Trip McQueen, I guess. I thought I did. That's why I didn't pick one up at Canadian Tire. But apparently I didn't have one. It was so damaged anyways, the few that I did find. I think at least. So that's why I didn't also. But I was going to London actually, and I went to the one in Essex. You'll see all this in the next episode, the 9th episode of Checking the Pegs. By the way, you'll see all of it. I posted a little short when I first found Raoul because I was so excited. But I ended up finding way more cars in London. It was such a great day when I was going to visit my sister with my mom and dad. And on the way there, we went to Essex, like I said, and all I found was Road Trip McQueen, Fabulous McQueen, and Cruz. And I was going to buy actually I found more, but just these racers, I think, which I don't need any more of. So I was going to buy these three, then I was like, don't really want to spend any money. So I'll just buy Fabulous McQueen because he's kind of cool. And, well, then I couldn't because the cash registers were down. They're like point of sale machines, so I couldn't buy it. I was also going to buy a Beanie Boo because it was this cute wolf, but I never could buy that either, unfortunately. I was going to get it for my sister to surprise her, but I always give her stuff and then she doesn't really want it because it's just a stuffed animal. And then I kind of end up taking it back. So it's for her, but it's also kind of for me. I really do have a thing going with Beanie Boos right now. Either way, though, here's Brush Gerber, the Fiber Fuel Racer number 56. I've just been doing so many Piston Cup racers from Cars 1, and I'm getting a little bit sick of them, to be honest. Even though I love them, I just really want them to do the Cars 3 ones. Like, what will it take for Mattel to do Cars 3 stock cars again? I don't get it. But anyways, here is the first of the two Kevins. We got Kevin Racing Tire here, the Shifty Truck Racer, and he's number 35, of course. This one, I don't care if he's a peg warmer. I just really like him. I don't know. It's just that retro design that he has. I just reviewed him too. And I just think he's so cool. I just really wish that they would paint his teeth because that doesn't look good. It's not a good look for him having his teeth unpainted. But super nice artwork. Again, just like Cruz, I think I grabbed the wrong one. This is the case F version. I shouldn't even have said anything because you guys would have never known. Just that there's a sticker over the barcode. That's how I know that it's the case F one. But apparently there's a new variant of this guy coming out soon. I think he's supposed to be darker. He looks less accurate, if anything, so I don't know why they're doing this. They did the same thing in 2015, so it's funny how they're doing it again now in 2024, but whatever. And then here is the last of the Piston Cup racers from Cars 1. The battle of the two Kevins continues, as I always say. We have Kevin Shiftright, the Clutch Aid racer from Cars 1, number 121. This guy's okay. He's actually growing on me ever since I reviewed him just about a week or two ago. I think I like him better than I did then. But I don't know. I guess because I reviewed James Cleaner after, and then I'm like, yeah, he kind of sucks. So I think Kevin's growing on me just a little bit. But I don't know. I wish that he was a little bit lighter, at least the blue, because the blue is not really accurate. But still, nice to see. His artwork's cool. They made a variant. I already talked about this before, but with a new artwork for some reason, even though this already was a new artwork. But it's only in Europe, I guess. I think it's becoming very rare. I don't know why they decided to make a new artwork for a car that already has two, possibly had three. I'm not really sure. But either way, now we got some McQueens to go through before we get to the exciting stuff. Maybe I'll space the 2 out, actually, because there's 3 McQueens in this half-count case. And I think that's just a little bit too many McQueens. Here's Lightning McQueen with his racing wheels. Glad I finally found, it's just a 2025, it is a 2025 one. Why do I keep doing that? Maybe I don't have a 2024 one. I think that's just it. Yeah, that's it. I don't have a 2024 one of this guy either. It doesn't matter, like, because only the card back is different, and usually it's just like a couple cars that are different. So I really don't care, but there's something in me that tells me I should get one of every carded car that they release. And or at least one. If I want to open it, get 2. I always want to open it if it's new. Obviously, even just a new variant. So that's what I do. That's how I do things. But sometimes I forget because they don't change the packaging anymore. So, you know, I saw Lightning McQueen with racing wheels many times in 2024, and including at Canadian Tire, but he was damaged. That's also why I didn't get him. But it's just hard to remember, like, do I have this car on this specific packaging with that card back? Like, I don't know anymore. And the thing is, I really don't care, but I also kind of do in a way. Like, I never buy a 2024 Lightning McQueen with racing wheels on eBay because it's not worth it to me. I don't really care. It looks the exact same from the front. But I don't know, if I find it in a store, I would normally buy it if it's in good condition, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But either way, yeah, this is the World Grand Prix Cars 2 version of McQueen, like you don't already know that. Honestly, this might be the 2024 version, but I know I just bought them in 2020, well, for 2025. It's still 2024 when I bought them. But I don't know. This might even be the same card back. I think the 2024 one has Otis on the back too, although just don't quote me on that because I don't really know. But either way, we got, let's just shake things up. Let's go with the new variant, and then we'll go to Fabulous McQueen. Here is Yokoza. Yokoza, so a brand new Thailand variant. He doesn't really look all that different. I don't have the Chinese one on hand. It's actually like right behind me, so I guess I'll grab it. Couldn't find it for a second. It was with my Cars 2 cars from the Tokyo party instead of my Tokyo Mater cars, because this technically is a Cars 2 one. This is a Cars Tunes one, but they're the exact same. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not noticing any differences at all, except for, oh, actually there is a little bit more yellow. There's a lot more yellow actually in his mohawk, so that's kind of cool. Also, I'm noticing, ew, that's ugly. His mirrors are now separate plastic pieces instead of just being all metal and nicely painted in silver, so that kind of sucks. That's a downgrade there. But yeah, he doesn't have his own artwork, just has Tokyo Mater's artwork. It says as seen in Tokyo Mater. They only did 3 this year. They did Manji and they did Komodo first, and then these ones are all from 2023. So yeah, I don't know, they're bringing Komodo back for 2025, and apparently Kayandi too, so that one's cool. That one will be a new variant, and hopefully they do some other ones too, like new variants. That would be nice. But anyways, move on to the last kind of like boring car. Yokoza's not a boring car, he's exciting, but this is just another reissue of Fabulous Lightning McQueen. I don't like this one because the decals are all orange instead of yellow, and obviously you can tell they're supposed to be yellow, so it's not really a good look. I don't know why they made all the decals orange when they're supposed to be yellow, even like when like the Chinese version of him used to have yellow decals. So kind of strange, but I don't know why. He's always a nice one to see. I guess it's just because he's not released too often as a single. Like his last single release was in 2021, and then before that, actually I think he got released every year before that, ever since his debut in 2017, pretty sure. But either way, you know, nice to see. I love his artwork too. Maybe that's why I like him. That's why I picked him over the other 2 that I was going to get at Canadian Tire in Essex. But then the point of sale machine was down. But I did hide him. He's still hidden. He is still hidden. So maybe I should go back. That was about 10-15 days ago from now when I'm recording this. But I don't know. He might still be there. Him and the wolf. I put them up high. There was a lot of wolves though, so I'm not worried about getting that again. But Fabulous McQueen, I mean, once he sells, he's gone. But I don't really need another one either, so I don't really care. I already opened them. I already had to. So why do I want another one? That's what I've been realizing lately, is I don't need that many of each car. You know, sometimes it's like, enough is enough, Ryan. You have 2. You open one, you have one in the package, you don't need a third, unless it's like a new car, because then it's like, will it get re-released? Like, who knows, you know? But either way, here is GRC Jackson Storm. So this is his first time getting released as a single, but he was previously released in a 2-pack with Miguel Camino. And you can't even really say that, because technically, I think in Mattel's eyes, this guy came out first. But in Canada, the 2-pack came out first. In the States, they still haven't found it as of like mid-November. But they should be finding it soon. That's the same 2-pack case. I think it's W, right? With the movie prop and the double clutch daily 2-pack. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool that he's, you know, available as a single and in the 2-pack with Miguel. Miguel will be coming back next year though in a 2-pack with Raoul. So I don't know why they're doing that. They should have put a different car instead of Miguel. Like, I don't know, how about Carla and Franchesco? Or, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of cars that weren't in 2-packs before, so you can't say these guys. I guess Max Chanel and Franchesco, Max Chanel and Carla. I don't know, whatever. Or do some new ones like Jeff, Rip, Lewis, Nigel, even new next gens, stock cars, whatever. You know, Mater. Do Mater. I don't know. Whatever, Mattel. But I do wish that they would do some new GRC racers, even though these are all new. They're still very fresh. I just feel like next year they're just going to release them all again without the new badges, and then, who knows, release them again after that. Like, you know, you can't put anything past them these days, because they will do stupid things. They will do it, I'm telling you. I wouldn't doubt it. They just release the GRCs every year now, and just maybe make one new one a year now. But no, I'm kind of exaggerating, but also kind of not, because you never know with Mattel. Sometimes they can play that game, try to win one over on us. Anyways, here's another GRC racer. It is, of course, Raoul, and this is the first case he is available in all year. The only way you can get him as of right now. But in 2025, like I said, he will be in a 2-pack with Miguel. But yeah, he looks great. Honestly, might have to rethink my 2024 diecast ranking tier list that I did, but I did put him pretty high on the list. But I don't know, I think he might go like right next to Carla if he's not already there already. I kind of forget how I rank the cars now, to be honest, but I do love Raoul. I just didn't think he looked that great as a GRC, and from online pictures I didn't think he looked amazing or like too different, but he does look pretty nice and different. And they did swap out the two right there. You can see it's Raoul on Jackson's card, and it's Jackson on Raoul's card. So that's nice. And by the way, I only ever found one GRC Jackson. I'm also dry right now. It's pretty early in the morning. But I did find 2 Raouls. The first one you guys already saw in the short. And then, well, the other one, I guess you will see, or maybe, depending on when you're watching it, already saw in Checking the Pegs episode 9. And then next episode is Checking the Pegs episode 10. So I'm really excited for that. I have loved doing Checking the Pegs, just like I've loved doing these case unboxings too, like all my videos. I love doing videos. But anyways, here's the last car from the case, and he's brand new. So this is a really great case. I mean, you got 4 really desirable cars out of 12 in the half count case. There's more good ones in the full 24 count version of the case. But here is Barney Cones, new for 2024, of course. He's coming back for 2025 though, so don't think he's going to become some super rare car or anything. But maybe this version of him will, because it has a new badge. In 2025, it will not. So yeah, he's the push truck from the Salt Flats, Salt Fever episode of Cars on the Road. And I got him in perfect condition, like absolutely perfect. I found him right when we pulled into London. It was late at night, not even that late, it just gets dark so early these days. So I found him, and I was just so excited. Like, I've never been so excited. It's been a long time, a very long time, that I've been this excited to find new cars in a store, because when you find them at Walmart, it's like, yeah, it's kind of expected upon at this point in Canada. Like, yeah, okay, new case should hit Walmart soon. But you don't expect cars cases to come to Canadian Tire. Like, that's just not a store that sells cars. Rarely ever. And it seems to be around this time of year now. For the last 3 years, I feel like they have gotten in a case of cars around this time of year, because I'm assuming because of Christmas coming up, but I'm not really sure. Either way, phenomenal looking card back. Every single car on this card back is new to the year, and everyone is just so awesome. I love them all. especially Chris Freightman and Jason Rodke. Those guys are S tier worthy right there. I forget if I put them in the S tier. I put Barney a little bit lower than I feel like I should have, but he's not like an insanely unique car or anything like that. Oh my hand, I feel like I got bit or something. So itchy. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's pretty nice. He's just, he's a little bit more basic than those guys. They have a bit more going for them. This guy is just a blue pickup truck with a little push thing in the front on his bumper, but he's really cool like at that, and I'm so glad they did him, and he's so heavy too. I couldn't believe how heavy he was when I found him at Canadian Tire, but I can't wait for you guys to see that episode of Checking the Pegs, because it's a good one. I find a lot of good stuff at a lot of unique stores. Well, just Canadian Tire, to be honest. It really isn't any other stores that I remember going to. Mostly just Canadian Tire, but either way, yeah, this half count case of Case K, it's pretty darn good. I mean, Barney Cones, Yokoza, Raoul, and Jackson are all great. Even Franchesco, if he's really in this half count version of the case, that's a great re-inclusion. And then the racers, I mean, at this point, not as exciting because they've been in a few cases. The rest of them are like pretty mid-releases, re-releases, but they're all right. Some of them are nice to see back. But if they're peg warming at Canadian Tire, then you got a problem. And I feel like the 3 racers have been peg warming at Canadian Tire. So I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't been actually in like a week or two, to be honest. Actually, I don't even know. When did I first find them? I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I only really hunted there for about a week. And then I kind of stopped because I could tell that they weren't getting it anymore. And no one was reporting finding them online. So I just kind of gave up. But I found everything I wanted to. So I wouldn't call that giving up. But I'm a little upset I never found a second Barney Cones. Not so much for Jackson because I don't really need to. I already opened him from the 2-pack. But Barney, I really do wish that I would have found a second one of him. But either way, he'll be back in 2025. So maybe I'll just open that one. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't really need to find him in this case. I didn't even think about that. Either way, though, before you go, I'll read to you what is in the full count version of the case. Well, not everything, because you already saw this stuff, but I'll read to you the other 12 cars that we didn't get in this half count case. So an extra fabulous Lightning McQueen. I don't think that would have sold too well, but maybe. Then Luigi and Guido. They're always cut out of the half count cases, I find. Sally, yeah, that's a good move because she'll be back a lot in 2025. So good move there, Mattel, taking her out of the half count. Another World Grand Prix McQueen. Not sure why we need another one. A Cars 1, just regular. Rusty's Lightning McQueen. And then Holly Schiffwell. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't sell too well anymore, so not a bad idea. Paunchy Wipeout, too, the Bumper Save Racer. He would have been in this case, the Cars 1 version, of course. Ruby Easy Oaks for Easy Idol. She's in the full count version. Artist Ramon, good old Ramon Green. Kind of glad we missed out on him because he was in the half count version of Case F, and that peg warmed quite a bit at Shoppers Drug Mart, or shelf warmed, I should say. And then Cave Mater, that one I just don't understand. They won't put him in any half count cases. So stupid because us Canadians have no way of getting him. Now he is available on Amazon for like $30. He goes in and out of being available, but I don't want to pay that much right now. Might have to though. It'll come so damaged too. That's the thing. And then, yeah, 2 GRC Lightning McQueens he missed out on in this case as well. So that's good. Thank goodness they didn't put one of those in here. And then maybe he was the one that replaced Franchesco, to be honest. He might have been. I don't think so, though. I don't think anyone replaced him. I guess I just didn't find him, which is strange. But anyways, another Yokoza, another GRC Raoul, and a GRC Carla also would have been in this case if it was a 24 count case. But it's not, just a half count, because that's all we get in Canada these days. But even though I'm being a little bit, sarcastic towards, Mattel and all that, their picks, I guess, to put like what cars in what cases, I think they did an all right job with this one. I think they really did do an all right job because they put everything new in the case. So thank goodness, Mattel. Thank goodness. The only other thing that I would have liked them to put in is Cave Mater and, a few others, but mostly just Cave Mater would have made this case even better. Better than it already is. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. This was a longer one. Hope you did enjoy. more case unboxings / reviews on the way. With all that, I'll see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage.